Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this sort of impromptu Ask Me Anything from our team. The European team was not able to make their live stream today, and so I came in a little early to get this going for you guys. That way there wasn't too much of an interruption in our operations. So for those of you who were expecting the EU team and got me instead, sorry if that's the case. But I hope it's a good stream, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. So I'm going to go ahead and just start from the top, and I'm going to do my best to answer whatever questions you guys may have. So for anyone who is here viewing right now, and if you have not dropped questions, feel free to drop them in. Even if it's not strictly ledger related, I will do it, as long as it's crypto related, I will do my best to answer. I don't know everything, but yeah, I've been around a little bit. So yeah, feel free to drop your questions in, and let's get started. All right, cool. So we got first one right off the bat. Being Consonant said, don't know if it's the right platform, but I trust Ledger. If there is an ICO of shitcoin and there is liquidity lock for a couple of months after launch, can I sell the coin in profit, or do I have to continue, or do I have to wait till liquidity lock is over? Typically, from what I've seen, for if you have any kind of like a lockup period, it might not be possible to withdraw. I don't know what token you're talking about, and I don't know what project this is. But from what I have seen, a lot of times when there's a lockup period, like there's really no getting around that. And so if you don't have physical custody of the tokens, meaning they're not in a wallet that you control the private keys to, if they're instead locked up in a protocol, for a period of time, then you'll likely have to wait until they release that from whatever the lockup period is. However, if you do have the tokens in your wallet, even a hot wallet or a wallet controlled by your ledger, any wallet where you have the seed phrase and you have full control and you can sign transactions, then you can definitely sell those tokens or do what you want with them. But yeah, I guess it would just depend on that. Okay, let's see. When you're going to support Caspa. We've been getting a lot of questions about Caspa. I haven't looked into it too much. I know that it's a new proof of work blockchain that uses. In fact, let's look it up. Let's look it up real quick because there's not too many questions coming in yet. So let's go ahead and switch this over. Good. CoinGecko. Yeah, because I want to make sure I get the terminology right. I'm not super knowledgeable on this one, but I want to make sure I don't make any mistakes when I'm describing it. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So they use the Ghost DAG protocol, which I'm not sure what that is. And then the block DAG visualizer. So these are keywords that I'm not too familiar with yet, so I'd have to look into it. It's kind of irrelevant. I just think it's interesting when a new blockchain comes around that I haven't heard of and I haven't looked into. But to answer your question, let me see. I don't believe that there, I think it's probably not. Let me see. I'm just checking real quick to make sure. Yeah, so there's no nano app already, and I haven't seen anything in our internal channels. So basically, the way that this process works is the developers of Caspa will need to. They can go here. Let me switch right back over to this other view real quick. So they can go to this website here, developers.ledger.com, developers plural.ledger.com. And then if you look here, there's this link right here for an embedded app. So this right here is kind of the first part of the process. This is what the developers of Caspa will need to do to get their blockchain published in Ledger Live. First step is developing and submitting an embedded app. And we provide all the tools to do that. So the developers of Caspa can come here to our website and they can look at they can get all the information they need in order to do that and all the tools they need. And then we will also work with them in order to get this going. But once they do submit that to us, then we can go through a security review and then we can publish it to Ledger Live. And then so once there's a Nano app published to Ledger Live that can then be put onto your Nano, then you have the capability of connecting your Nano to first step would be like third-party wallets, like a Caspa wallet, and then beyond that, then it would be final end game status would be that the Caspa network is fully integrated into Ledger Live, and you can create your account in Ledger Live. It's usually quite a lengthy process because there's a whole lot of security reviews that need to take place in order to do that. But let me go back. Actually, I'll drop this whole thing. So I'm going to drop this in here. So how to create a nano app. All right, so give this a gander. Check this out. And if you are in contact with the Caspa community, like share this with them. I'm sure they already know. But in case they don't, in case they're not sure what the process is, and if they are already working on this process, then that's a good thing. That means that it's already going, it's already ongoing, it's already in process, and it may take some time, but that would be the best news, is that they're already working on it. All right, cool. So, oh, lots of questions coming in. Okay, I'll try to be a little less wordy. Let's see what we got here. So when is in-app support coming for a mobile app? So I'm not too sure. Let's see. When is an in-app support coming? Oh, I see. So like to reach out to customer support from the app. Is that what you mean? Like a contact us button through the app? If that's what you mean, then I don't know about any process for that ongoing, but that is actually kind of an interesting thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a note of that real quick to kind of float that past our developers to see what they think about that. In-app customer support. And if I'm like totally off and you meant something else, just drop it in the comments, and yeah, I'll do my best to switch gears and answer your question a little bit better. But to my knowledge, no, I haven't seen anything, but that doesn't mean it's not a good idea. Let's see. Zakaria, not even going to try. So Zakaria, is there any plans for digital Visa cards available worldwide for freedom of payment? So we are partnered with banks, and they do the crypto life card. So if you look in Ledger Live, you go here to the card section right here. So I believe right now it is available for folks over in the UK. I don't think it's out yet for the US, but I do believe, last I heard from banks, is that they were planning on releasing this crypto life card for the US next. I'm not 100% on that, but it is a really cool card because you can earn BTC and USDT and cash back for your purchases. So if that's what you're talking about, then yes, this is definitely in the works. From what I understand, banks is hoping to spread around. So they are like a bank outside of Ledger. Ledger itself, we don't offer these services because we are just a cold storage hardware wallet company, and so we're not really a bank. So so we have to partner with other people to do these types of things. But yeah, this would be like the first step, I would say, like towards going that route. I'm not sure about other things in play though. However, in a capitalistic society, you can be fairly sure that if one person's doing it and it's successful, probably others will too. But that's just my opinion. I have no idea. I don't have any like special insight into that. But from my perspective, it looks like it's coming. So we shall see. And I'm crossing my fingers for it. Marvin Johnson, Noon, any plans to add XDC? So XDC, I'm not too sure what the challenges are, but from what I understand, there are some technical challenges to getting it incorporated into Ledger Live. I'm not too sure what those challenges are. So for now, you can use there is the XDC app from the My Ledger tab. So you can actually connect to MetaMask, My Crypto Wallet, or My Ether Wallet to manage your XDC, and it is XDC on mainnet. This isn't going to be like an ETH version of XDC. This is mainnet XDC, because XDC is an EVM chain, so you can manage it in those wallets. And it is just as secure as it is if you were to manage your portfolio, your account in Ledger Live. It's just Ledger Live, for whatever reason, there's some technical challenge that's like slowing things down on the integration, and I don't really know what that is. But for now, I would say probably, I think the smoothest connection is probably My Crypto Wallet, but MetaMask is also pretty smooth. So that's how, unfortunately, that's how you're going to have to manage your XDC for now. But at least there is an option, and it is quite secure. It just takes a few extra steps. In fact, while we're here on that topic, let me just, in case you haven't seen this, you're probably gonna be like, Tim, I've already seen this a million times, but just in case, XDC ledger, let's see what comes up. All right, so we got, let me be a little bit more specific. XDC ledger, my, that's good. See that comes with that. There we go. All right. Nope, that's not what I want. Try this one. Okay, cool. So this one is, oh, okay, cool. So this is actually with XDC wallet. Oh, this is cool. I haven't actually used this wallet yet. Look at that, learning new things. This is a beta wallet. This actually looks, it actually looks a lot like MyEther wallet, to be honest. Like the UI, if you use MyEther wallet. But this looks pretty legit, and this is like a straight up XDC wallet right here. So yeah, I would say probably check this one out. Let me drop this help center article for you. All right, XDC. Cool. Yeah, check that out. All right. Let's see. Okay. I want to know about Connect Wallet V2. So WalletConnect V2. Yeah, I can show you WalletConnect. Let's do a little. Let's go to a website that can connect through WalletConnect. I'm trying to think of a good website for that. Let's see. My go-to. Let's see. Let's check out Uniswap. Let's see how Uniswap is with that. Let's launch the app. And we don't want to connect through that. We want to use WalletConnect. All right, so whenever you connect through WalletConnect, you will see an option for WalletConnect. So you're going to want to click on that. You can do, let's see, so you would choose Ledger down here. Now I'm looking at it, it's going to look a little bit different for like each wallet. But either way, there's sometimes a desktop button that you'll click on. If you're on mobile, of course, you can scan it and do it right there from mobile. If you're on desktop, you want to choose a desktop option. And then, yeah, it looks like this is pretty nice, actually. So then you can open Ledger Live, and it'll take you right to the WalletConnect, right to the WalletConnect in the Discover tab. And then I don't have the ETH app open, so it's yeah, it's not happy with me right now. Let me open the ETH app. Let me exit out of this. Let me go back here. Let's cancel this. Let's just close the website. Let's just relaunch the app. It's usually easier this way. All right, do WalletConnect. Okay, we're going to choose Ledger. Open Ledger Live. All right, so these blockchains are not supported. ETH girly. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do this account. Looks like it was working anyway. I just had to click on that. Okay, so then we connect. All right, cool. So yeah, so basically now we are connected. You see it's here, it says here connected. And so now if we go back here to Uniswap, it's got the wallet address up here. It's not always readily like apparent that you've connected, other than in Ledger Live, it'll show that you're connected, but it's not like you get a scene like, oh, congratulations, you're connected or anything. It just kind of connects. But then now I can do things here in Uniswap, and I can sign it with my Nano. So yeah, it's that's WalletConnect. I do like WalletConnect. WalletConnect is a good option for mobile a lot of times if you're doing stuff on mobile. All right, let's see. McLovin, the Irish R&B singer. What multi-sig solution for altcoins do you recommend, if any? So the only one that I'm really kind of a little bit familiar with would be Gnosis Safe, which it recently rebranded. It's not even called Gnosis Safe anymore. Let's see. Gnosis Safe. Let's see. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, it's just Safe Global. It's just Safe. Previously, Gnosis Safe. So this is for Ethereum. So you can launch the wallet and make sure. Let's see here. This might cause us issues being connected to too many things. Let's disconnect from WalletConnect. We'll go here. Let's connect to wallet. See what happens. Okay, so let's go here. I haven't connected since they changed their interface. Let me go here. I'm just kind of clicking around until I find the right way to do it. All right, I'm gonna exit out of this and I'm gonna relaunch the wallet. There we go. All right, yeah. So a lot of times with these dApps, when you're connecting like across Web3, it's pretty glitchy. Like if you're ever just like, why isn't this working? Close everything, reopen it. That usually, like most of the time, will help. It looks like they have a straight connection to Ledger. We're gonna try that first. Always try that first because I love the direct connections to Ledger. Yep, it's getting the here. We got that. Let's scan the accounts. So this right here, this is just kind of like default derivation path. It's not typically like recommended to mess with this, but sometimes you need to in certain cases. But in this case, we don't because this is the correct derivation path. So you can select your account and connect. Okay, and then now you're connected. And so now, like I said, I haven't done a whole lot with this, but I know that. So from this point, now that you're connected, I would reach out to Gnosis. They have really good documentation on their website that kind of like explains what they can offer. But yeah, it's a multi-sig solution for Ethereum, and it's from what I've been told, it's a pretty cool app they have here, pretty cool system. So it's definitely worth checking out. But that's really the only one that I know of off the top of my head without doing more digging. So yeah, I hope that answers your question at least a little bit. Cool. All right. Hey, yeah, Loki, no problem. No problem. Yeah, happy to do it. Yep. All one team here. Okay, so Bill 33. If I unwrap my Flare tokens and hold them on my ledger, will I still be getting the Flare drops from the snapshot? So unless there's been another if there's another airdrop, I'm not sure, but from what I understand, the Flare airdrop occurred like several months ago, and the snapshot was actually already taken like last year, I believe. So I think that airdrop is already over, but there may be more. I just haven't heard if there are. But let me read your question. So if your Flare tokens are wrapped, that means that they are on a different network. So Flare exists on the Ethereum network. It's an ERC20 token, and that's why you had to register your ETH address when initially when you registered for the Flare airdrop. And so if you have them wrapped, that means that they're probably on a different network. Yeah, so I'd have to look into that to find out like if there's another airdrop. But in general, if there is an airdrop and if you are eligible for it, you're going to want your Flare in the wallet that you either registered or that it's looking for, and you're going to want it like in its native form. So you're not wrapped, not like on some other blockchain. If they're looking for a specific asset in a specific wallet on a specific blockchain to do the snapshot, and if it's not there, then you probably won't qualify. So that'd probably be my best advice for that. But yeah, I'd have to look in to see if there's even more airdrops, because that was a huge airdrop that just happened for Flare, for XDC community. Okay, so Shouting Nemo, why ETC doesn't have swap option on Ledger? I have issue converting my ETC on Ledger. Yeah, so whenever it comes to swaps in Ledger Live, let me just take a look, because there are options. So if you go to the swap tab here in Ledger Live, we can use, I think I have enough. Yeah, here we go. We'll use this account because I think there's enough to actually like initiate the swap. We'll do that. Let's choose, see. Yeah, so basically what I'm doing here, so whenever you go for a swap, you're going to put in what you want. So you're going to put in first the account that you want to swap from, and then you're going to put in the account you want to swap to. And if it doesn't show up here, then that means that there are no options. So that means, so basically to break it down even more, you see here that we have this swap provider, CIC. So CIC is like all of our swap providers are people that we have partnered with outside of Ledger. Ledger itself doesn't handle the swaps. We're just a hardware wallet company, but we wanted to build this really cool app to give our users a way to like safely do these things, these crypto type things like swaps, staking, like all these different, like there's like in the Discover tab, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. We won't get too into it right now, but there's like, you know, stuff to help you do your taxes. You can dollar cost average, you can buy and sell, you can, the crypto life card, which I talked about a few minutes ago. All these really cool things, but technically all of these services are all just partners of ours that are handling these services on our behalf and integrated into Ledger Live. And so if you're not seeing, for instance, if I were to put, let's see what happens if I were to put XRP here. Oh, I guess CIC can handle that. Let me just keep switching around and try to get it to give me a different swap provider. We'll do, oh, you know what we'll do? We'll do Tether. Here we go. That's a guaranteed. Because a couple of our swap partners are 1inch and Paraswap, which are decentralized exchange aggregators. And so they will cover exchanges like that. So basically, you see now I have three options. So CIC could cover this, 1inch or Paraswap. So I can choose whichever one I would like to use and then go to the next step. But if nothing shows up here and if there are no options here, that means that none of our swap providers that we're partnered with is able to facilitate that swap. So it means that they don't have liquidity basically for Ethereum Classic. So in that case, the best place to do it would be like find an exchange that you do know carries Ethereum Classic and swap there. Like send whatever it is you want to swap to the exchange, sell it there, buy Ethereum Classic, and then re-withdraw it. It's kind of a pain. It's a little bit more of a process, but it's the only way I really know of to do it if there's no option here in Ledger Live. Yeah. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that kind of broke it down a little bit for you. All right. Josh Gomez. God, you know, I wish I did have an update. Yeah, it's not yet available in the States. I am also interested in checking it out because it seems like a really cool potential offer. I know it's been pretty successful in the UK from what I've heard. But yeah, I don't know. Banks has not released any official communication on when that's going to be, and I don't really have much insight into what Banks has going on. So I don't have any updates. I do hope it's soon though. And from what I've heard from the rumor mill is that the US is supposedly the next one in line to have it rolled out in. So keeping our fingers crossed for that. Yeah, hopefully we get some more information. If we do get more information, the best place to like follow us to hear about it is Twitter. I would also follow Banks on Twitter. But from our official Twitter handle, we will most likely make an announcement like, hey, yeah, congratulations, US users, something like that, whenever it does become available. Our Twitter team is all over it. Let me go ahead and let me switch off here because I think I'm logged in on my personal account. Let me go here. Let me just find the Ledger Twitter handle for you. There we go. All right. Yeah, it's just twitter.com/Ledger. Here we go. See if that's the same thing. All right. But yeah, follow us here. This is our official Twitter handle. Yep. Cool. All right. Okay. All right. Raju Rathod. Sorry if I butchered your name. I'm trying to buy coins on Ledger. I have USDT, but it says you don't have sufficient token for gas fees. Which coin would be needed to pay for gas fees? That's an excellent question. This question comes up a lot because it's super confusing, like everything else in crypto. All right, so I'm gonna show you some of my accounts. Oh, cool, I have two. I'm gonna add a third one real quick. Add this Polygon account. Okay, so while that is synchronizing, so basically, you have all these different blockchains. USDT can exist on a lot of different blockchains as a token. It can be on Ethereum. It can be on Binance Smart Chain. It could be on Arbitrum. It could be on Tron. It could be on Kronos. It can be all over the place. Like it can be on almost any of the smart contract EVM enabled blockchains. So we're going to add this in. And I'm adding these in to show you because I have tokens in all these different accounts. Okay. So yeah, here's some USDT. Actually, it's actually an empty token account. But I had some USDT in here. And in fact, I've got some DAI stablecoin here on the Polygon blockchain. So whatever token, whatever blockchain your token is on, most likely ETH, that's most popular, then you're going to need that mainnet coin to pay the gas fees. So Ethereum, you always have to have some ETH in your account to pay the gas fees. Arbitrum, same thing. You will always have to have Ethereum in a different blockchain, and this is even more confusing. But Arbitrum also uses ETH as the native currency. However, but Polygon uses Matic, and so if you have your USDT in your Polygon account, you will need Matic in your wallet, not ETH, in order to pay the network transaction fee. So that's what that means. So yeah, you're not able to just send tokens across a network without having the native currency to pay the transaction fees. And this will become second nature as you get more and more into, crypto or whatever, and you start learning about the different EVM chains and stuff. But yeah, so like if I want, and here I have some Matic to make things even more confusing. I've got some Matic here on the Ethereum blockchain as a token. And I also have some Matic here as a mainnet coin on Polygon. So here, if I wanted to send this Matic to a different ETH account or back to an exchange, I would have to pay it in ETH because it's on the Ethereum network. I hope that makes sense. So you'll probably get in like the error message like parent account has insufficient funds. When it says parent account, they mean the mainnet coin, whatever blockchain that token is on, that's going to be the parent account. So in this case, it would be Ethereum. In this case, it would be Polygon. In this case, it would be also Ethereum, but on Arbitrum. Cool. Let's see, where are? Okay, cool. All right. Oh, it just jumped on me. When physical credit card in Morocco? Yeah, I'm not sure. Man, yeah, I don't know. I hope that it does come out. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I hope so though. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm really hoping that, hopefully every day or everyone one day can earn Bitcoin and cash back, because that is honestly just like one of the coolest things I've ever heard. All right. We got 7-7, I think that's Roman numerals for 7. I'm going to be buying some quant tomorrow. I just want to double check from last stream that sending that quant to Ledger will be okay if there is no ETH in the main account. Yeah, it'll be fine. You can send it with no ETH, and you can be received with no ETH, because remember, whatever wallet is sending the funds is the wallet that has to pay the transaction fee. So an empty Ethereum account can definitely accept quant, and you'll be just fine. However, it'll be stuck in that account until you do deposit some Ethereum into it. And to make things even more like kind of like a little bit more of a pain that's new users kind of like have to like deal with is like, you can't send quant to your ETH account and then swap it into ETH in order to do that. Like, because the swap function would also take ETH to pay the network transaction fee. So you will actually have to get ETH from another source, either having it in a different wallet or purchasing it from an exchange, however it is that you get your ETH, and you have to send it to the wallet on top of the quant. But if you're just planning on holding the quant and you're not planning on selling it for a while, then there's no rush. You can send your quant to your Ethereum wallet without any negative repercussions, and it'll still be received perfectly fine in your wallet. Yeah, no worries. Being constant, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm happy to do this. Loki 808, where can I get a Ledger hoodie? Yeah, so it took like over a year to get this Ledger hoodie. So I very much like this hoodie, but I don't think that we sell them retail, but honestly, maybe we should. Maybe we should sell hoodies or something. I'm gonna put a note in here to float that past the website team and just kind of see what they say. More merch on our website, because why not? The worst I can say is no, right? All right. Let's see. Rob Randolph. Hello. My Nano X was hacked. Sorry to hear that, Rob. I went through the process, had to change your recovery phrase and create new account. Someone said I also need to reset to factory settings. Is that true? If so, how? Yeah, so if your recovery phrase was compromised in any way, and so someone gained access to your funds, then your Nano itself is still, hang on, let me make sure I'm on a good, your Nano itself is still okay to use, not in its current form. So basically, your Nano has your recovery phrase stored in its memory and it keeps it safe. But if that recovery phrase is leaked in some way, then it can no longer protect your accounts from whoever else has your recovery phrase, because anyone with the recovery phrase is able to access the same accounts. It's basically it's a master private key to all your crypto vaults. So if that did happen, I'm very sorry to hear about that. But the best thing to do is to remove any crypto that you still have on your wallet. Like a lot of times, people won't, whoever the thieves, the scammers, the whoever it is that pulled off, and stole the crypto. Sometimes they don't always realize that there's different crypto on different blockchains. And so if you do have any crypto remaining in any of your accounts in Ledger Live, I would definitely remove them, send it back to an exchange, just until, just to like make sure, just to be safe. Because if a recovery phrase is leaked, then that person would have access to any account that you created with that Nano. So you want to withdraw it, and then to factory reset your Nano, you would want to, you can do it from the settings menu. You can go, there's a couple different ways to do it here. Let me show you on this Nano right here. Okay, so you can hold down both buttons, get to the control center. And this is pretty much the same on any Nano model that we have. They all have this option. So you hold down the buttons, get to the control center, both at the same time. Double tap quick to go enter the settings, go to security, and then you can go down and you can find reset device. And it may look a little bit different on the Nano X versus the Nano S versus the Nano S Plus, but the options are there in the security settings in the control center. So then you can reset the device that way, which it will ask you for your PIN to do so, or you can simply intentionally enter in the wrong PIN 3 times. So I'm going to do just a random PIN 3181, which is not my PIN, and I hit the check mark, and you can see it says invalid attempt, invalid PIN, 2 attempts left. So if I do that 2 more times, it's going to factory reset the Nano. That's probably the easiest way to do it, just intentionally entering your PIN. And then once you do factory reset your Nano, then you can scroll to the right and choose the option to set up as a new device, and you'll generate a new recovery phrase. And then you'll be able to, as long as that recovery phrase stays safe, you can then safely send your crypto back to those accounts. Because remember, it's not your Nano that holds the crypto. It's the recovery phrase in the Nano, and so that's why it's okay to factory reset and reset up your Nano in these types of situations. But once again, I'm really sorry that happened to you. If you haven't already opened up a support ticket with us, I recommend to do so. Full disclosure, there's not a whole lot that can be done, but it doesn't mean that there's always no options. But sometimes just working with our team to figure out exactly how it happened can be a really powerful way to ensure that it never happens again in the future. I know this is like I wish that I had good, happy words to say to people in these situations, but crypto is just so unforgiving. It's just kind of the nature of the space. But yeah, reach out to us, and we'll do whatever we can to help you out. Okay. Oh, I see. Michael GH, when are you going to support Connect Wallet V2 in the mobile app? I see. Let me see real quick, because don't actually, here, go to the mobile app real quick. I believe I did see something about this, but I just want to check real quick. To discover. I love that the Discover tab in mobile has a search bar now. Like a small upgrade. Yeah, no, you're right. It does not have V2. And I remember seeing something about that. Let me just bear with me for 1 second. Let me pop into our internal channel and just kind of see if there's any information about that. All right. Time is it? 9:35. Cool. We are doing good on time, guys. Connect V2. Okay. Let's see. Well, according to this, WalletConnect V2 should have been released for mobile. There may have been a delay. There may have been a delay. I'll have to look into this more and find out. So sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we'll have to find out about that. But yeah, according to the latest communication, it looks like WalletConnect. But I just went into the Discover tab and I didn't necessarily see it. I only saw the WalletConnect V1. But yeah, we'll have to look into that. Hang on a second. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and move on. Sorry, I couldn't get you a good answer to that, definitive one. Yeah. So Michael, can you open up a support ticket with us if you can? Go to support.ledger.com, and you can kind of like ask the question and ask to be connected to Tim if you get the case, or if you open up a case and share the case here, then I can get it assigned to one of our agents on our team, and we can maybe get you a better answer for that, because I hate leaving these things unopened because I didn't see it on my mobile app, and yet I'm seeing it in our internal communication. So there's definitely more to the story. And I just don't really have time to dig into it right now. So yeah, so if I see your case number, I'll take a note of it, and I'll get with you after the stream. All right. Mustafa Lamb, I want buy the Nano X Black on Black. Yeah, so the Black on Black Nano X, you actually still can, and this is kind of a crazy thing that I don't think a lot of people realize. But check this out. Go to OpenSea, NFT Marketplace. Ledger, let's see. There it is. Ledger Market Black on Black Nano X. All right. So as you can see, so with this NFT, you can go to redeem BOB Nano X, and then how to redeem your Black on Black Nano X. So you can buy, so we got this Help Center article right here, which will take you to like the website, everything you have to do. So you can go to OpenSea, and you can buy a Black on Black Nano X redemption token, and then you can, in fact, I have one right here. I really like the Black on Black Nano X. It's super cool. Like, it's like, here, let me switch this back real quick. I can kind of hold this up and show you. So it's really shiny, really black. The buttons are like, it's like, I don't know, it's just like, it feels like it's just like really solid. Like the buttons have like a really solid click. Yeah, I don't know. I use it pretty much as like my main device outside of the Stadium Goods S Plus that I use. Yeah, it's a cool device. But like, definitely not trying to like upsell the Black on Black Nano X, but something you might be interested in is check out this floor price right here. So it's 0.0537 ETH. How much is that? Let's go to CoinGecko. Ethereum. 0.0537. So the black on black Nano X is going for 0.0537 ETH, which is 100 US dollars. Go to our website. You look up just a normal Nano X from the website. Let's go here. This is a lot of preamble just to tell you that it's much cheaper to buy the black on black. So basically, yeah. So you can actually save $50 on a Nano X by getting the redemption token, redeeming it. I can say that the process is very smooth. I'm going to share this help center article right here. How to redeem Bob Nano X. And then here is a direct link to, so that way you don't get, because there's like, there's always scams. I'm always super skeptical of scams. So this is the official, this is the black on black Nano X redemption tokens. So Bob redemption tokens. Yeah, so it's actually, if you want to get a black on black Nano X and you're wanting to get one anyway, like, and you're wanting to get a Nano X anyway, it's actually cheaper right now to get a black on black Nano X, just because the NFT marketplace is so down. Like, I don't know, I don't really know how else to explain it. You would think that there'd be more arbitrage happening or whatever, but I guess it's not that, you know, crazy of a thing. It's just an opportunity for some people that are trying to get a Nano. They want a Nano X and they don't want to spend the whole 150 on it. You can get it here for $50 discount. All right. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Boppy DOS. I'd ordered the Ledger Stacks, but it's been more than 7 months. Yeah, so the Ledger Stacks, I don't have an official date, but it has been, you know, delayed. So basically, it's like we just need to make sure that like the best possible product gets released. And so it's a first of its kind product, and so there's just a lot of challenges. Things are going really well, but yeah, we'll have more communication like pretty soon, probably. I can't give an exact date. I don't know an exact date. This is one of those topics that like I wish I had more information for you, but like rest assured, like the reason that it's being delayed is just to make sure that everything is perfect when it does get released, because we don't want any surprises. And so it will come out and it will be amazing, but I don't have a date for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can get a refund for sure. So you can go to your My Order page. So if you go to, you can reach out to us. We can do it for you. But if you go to your My Order page, there should be a link for it in the email you got when you pre-ordered it. You can cancel it right from there on your own. But if you're having trouble finding the email or navigating that or whatever, reach out to us. We'll definitely get you a refund for that. So yeah, you're definitely eligible for a refund on that if you don't feel like waiting any longer. Let me close this, and that, and switch back to this. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, cool. Hang on a second. Oh, I got a little ahead of myself. Okay, cool. There we go. Lehman JP. I typed my PIN 3 times wrong. I used the recovery phrase to get my ledger activated again. After that, I can't send or sell my Bitcoin from Ledger Live. I tried everything, but nothing is working. That's really quite odd. What are you getting any error messages, Lehman? Like, is it like let me show you the error message that I suspect you might be getting. Okay. This is kind of a common theme when it comes to people who do this. So I'm going to grab a different Nano. Yeah, actually, we'll grab the Bob Nano X. Why not? Okay, cool. So I'm going to break this connection. I'm going to plug this in to the pin off camera. Okay. So if I were to try, let me open the Bitcoin app. I would go to this Bitcoin account right here, and I would try to receive and access this account in any way, then this is the error message that I suspect maybe you're getting. Something went wrong. Please check that your hardware wallet is set up with the recovery phrase or passphrase associated to the selected account. And so this is basically telling me that the recovery phrase inside this nano does not match, is not deriving the correct wallet address for this account. So that meaning this account does not belong to this nano. This account belongs to a different recovery phrase, which is the recovery phrase inside this nano. And so the same thing can happen if you, let's say your nano gets reset and you re-import your recovery phrase. If even a single word is entered like incorrectly, or it's a different word, then the entire recovery phrase won't work. You'll get this error message, like even just a single word. And so there's a lot of, there's some ways that you can troubleshoot this. But let me, before I go too deep into this, I would like to like clarify and confirm that this is actually the error that you're receiving, because this is quite the rabbit hole. So if you're here, I'm going to scroll down to see if maybe, so if you are here, this is actually good information for everybody. So I will continue, but if you're getting some other issue, then just drop it in the comments and I'll address that as soon as I get down to it. But I'm gonna go down on this thread real quick, just to kind of continue what I was saying. Recovery phrases all come from the same place. It's called the BIP 39 word list. BIP 39 word list. Blockplate is really cool, this website right here, because it puts them all, it breaks them down in letters. They're all in alphabetical order. So basically there's 2,000 on this list. There's 2,048 total possible words. And that is the list where every recovery phrase comes from. Like all of your recovery phrases, all of my recovery phrases, everyone's recovery phrases are it's a randomly generated sequence of an amount of these words. If you've used MetaMask, you know that most hot wallets use a 12-word recovery phrase. Some even use, you can actually technically have 12, 15, 18, 21, 24 word recovery phrases. Typically 12 and 24 are what most people use and what is most common. Ledger uses the 24-word recovery phrase. So there's some words on this list that look a lot like each other. The biggest example I use is, let me find it. Here we go. Right here, and they're right next to each other on the list. Blue and blur. These are both on the list. You can imagine a scenario where you're writing down your words and maybe your writing is not super, super neat and you accidentally kind of chicken scratch that last letter. And then 5 years from now, you're in this situation where you have to restore access to your accounts and it's just not working. Like you're getting this weird error message and you're like, what the heck? Like these are the words I wrote down. At that point, it could be very useful to go to this list and cross-reference all your words that you have written down against this list. And then check to see if there's maybe any words that are similar to like one that you have written down, that maybe if you look at it, you're like, it could be that word. And then maybe you try it with that word and see if it works. There's really not a whole lot more that can be done when it comes to like recovery phrases. And if you have like many words, and then, or if your words are out of order, or if anything else like that were to happen, then it could be a really difficult situation to regain access to your funds. Let me go ahead and see if you've responded. Okay, you have not yet. Okay. So I'm going to drop this here for you. This is the BIP 39 word list. This is where recovery phrases are born, is where they come from. So this is a good tool to use. So I would say, check out your words. Don't share them. If anyone offers to help you with this and asks you for your words, don't do it. It's probably a scam. So this is something that you definitely are going to want to do on your own, without the eyes of other people to try to figure out, unless you have someone that you trust that can help you, that knows more about it. But this is where I would start. And then once again, before I move on, if if your issue is something completely different, if this is not your issue, and I'm just, talking, then let me know in the comments, and I'll address whatever your issue is to the best of my ability once I get back down to it. Cool. Let's see. Okay. Mo7 Ahmed Al Ali nailed that one. Hi, please, Kusama app need to be updated. Is there like a new feature of the Kusama blockchain or something that needs to be added to the Kusama app? I haven't really looked into that. Let me take a look. I believe there is a Kusama app. Let me just verify. Okay. Go here. Yeah. Okay, cool. It does require a third-party wallet, but we do have a Kusama app. So there may be an upgrade or something to Kusama that I'm not privy to. And if so, then you are right. That probably would require an update to the Kusama app. So if you have a little bit more alpha to share, please do. And I'll be happy to look into it and make a note and reach out to our Kusama integration team and tell them hey, this app needs an update. All right, cool. Serkan Dogon, I probably mispronounced that. I apologize for that. BT wishes you a good day. I wish you a good day as well. Yeah. All right, cool. Daniel, hello. When I try to send Hedera HBAR token from Ledger to Binance, this error is showing. Max attempts of 10 was reached for requests, with last error being transaction expired, something went wrong, please retry. So the same error is when I'm sending HBAR via Hashpack app. So you're getting this error message in Ledger Live, and you're also getting it from the Hashpack app. If that's the case, then it's highly likely that the Hedera blockchain may be having an interruption, because these are two completely different wallets that are both accessing the same point. So that's why you're able to access your HBAR account from Ledger Live or from Hashpack or from my HBAR wallet. These are all different wallets that all pull in the information from the exact same place. And this goes for all cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin, you add your Bitcoin account in Ledger Live. It's not actually adding your Bitcoin to Ledger Live. Ledger Live is just now seeing the Bitcoin that you have on the Bitcoin blockchain. Same deal with Hedera. So if you're getting the same error message from two different wallets, it could be something like that. It could also be if you have an update necessary for either for your firmware or for your Hedera Nano app. So my first question, if I were to get this as a support ticket, the first thing I would do to go about troubleshooting this is to ask you, make sure everything's up to date. Because whenever 90% of the time when people are getting weird error messages, it has to do with something being out of date and needing to be updated, because it's not able to communicate properly right now because it's not updated. So that would be my first question. What Nano are you using? What firmware version do you have installed on that Nano? And what version of the Hedera Nano app do you have installed? And also, what version of Ledger Live do you have installed? Because if your Ledger Live is far out of date, then it won't tell you that you have a firmware update because it doesn't know, because it's not the most updated version of Ledger Live. And so you could be on an outdated firmware. And then if you are on an outdated firmware, you also won't get Nano app updates, because the Nano apps are updated newer versions with newer firmware versions. So so then you can have this cascading effect where, okay, now you update Ledger Live, then you update your firmware. Now you're able to update your Nano app in that order. So go ahead and drop more details in the comments. To check those things, you'd want to come up here. So Ledger Live, you can go up here to the little gear icon, and you go to About. The most current version, 2.62.2 for desktop. So make sure you're on that version. If you are, then next go down to the My Ledger tab. I think I'm going to have to do this again. Can't remember if oh no, maybe not. No, I already did it. Okay, cool. Okay, look up Hedera. So right here, you can see your Nano and the OS version, which is the firmware version. And you can also see the Hedera app version. So I'm on the Nano S Plus firmware 1.1.0 up to date. Hedera Nano app is version 1.0.8 for the Nano S Plus. So yeah, check those things out. If you're on the Nano X, these things might be different. The firmware will definitely be different. The Nano X firmware, I believe, is 2.2.1. And I'm not sure off the top of my head if the Hedera app is the same version as this. It might be different because sometimes Nano apps are updated in a different sequence per device in some cases. Okay, cool. So I'm going to move on, but if you do have more information, drop it in there. It'd be really interesting if like there was like a slight interruption with the Hedera blockchain. Nice. Okay, Loki. Yeah, I will definitely float that to them about the hoodies because yeah, who doesn't like a good hoodie? Okay. 7-7. Yeah, I'm planning on holding and adding quant for the next bull run, so no rush on ETH then. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'll be good. But remember, when you do want to send it out to sell it, you're gonna have to have a little bit of ETH. So yeah, don't forget about that. All right, cool. Alfred Pratt. Hi, I'm from the Bahamas, and I can't buy any cryptocurrency from crypto platforms on Ledger Live. The platforms say they are not available in my country using outside crypto platforms like CoinMama. Yeah, so that is definitely a thing. So if you go to the buy sell tab here in Ledger Live, and you put in what you want to buy, it'll give you options, but only, and everyone in every country will have like a different set of options, and that's because we do our best to partner with these are all exchanges that exist outside of Ledger. Like we don't sell crypto at Ledger. We only help people store their crypto, but we understand that a lot of people want an easier they want an easier user experience. They don't want to have to go through all the rigmarole of like acquiring crypto and moving it to their wallet. So for some people, this is a really convenient thing, but since we don't actually sell the crypto ourselves, we have to partner up with other exchanges who are able to do that. So we have several options and there's pretty good coverage, but there are some situations where none of our partners are able to operate in certain jurisdictions. I assume the Bahamas is one of them. There are other countries as well that just have really, really tight regulations and won't let anyone operate there to sell crypto. So if that's the case, there's really nothing that we can do about it, unfortunately, except to try to help you find an exchange that does work for where you're at. And it looks like you do have one, CoinMama. I haven't used that exchange, but if you've used it and it works, then fantastic. So then in your case, you will have to probably just go through all the rigmarole that I just did, which is essentially just creating your account on CoinMama, purchasing your crypto, and then you would withdraw it to your account. So for instance, instead of buying it here and it gets deposited directly into your account, you have to do just a couple extra steps. So you'll have your crypto in your account on the exchange, and then you can come here. You can create your account just by clicking on Add Account, and you can create the account that you want for whatever crypto you want. And then let's say you want Bitcoin. You can go here, then you can click on Receive and hit Continue. It'll want you to open the Bitcoin app on your Nano, and then it'll sync, and it will generate a receive address for your Bitcoin account. Then you want to copy this address right here and then paste it into the exchange as the address that you withdraw to when you withdraw from the exchange. And so then it'll be sent over the Bitcoin network from that account to this account, and it'll just appear in your account. And then you can also verify the details of your address on the screen of your Nano, which is pretty cool because the screen of your Nano cannot be fooled. It's not likely that anything else is going to be fooled either, but it can happen. But the screen of your Nano will always have the correct details on it. All right, looks like we're getting pretty short on time, but it does look like we're getting towards the end. So maybe we can finish up in a reasonable time frame here. Mustafa Lamb, you are most welcome. Yes. Okay. So went to cancel stacks, but got notice saying I had to receive it first to refund it. Well, that's not right. You shouldn't have to do that. Yeah, well, we can get that. We can get that canceled for you. Here, let me go here real quick. Ledger.com. All right, so you're gonna want to go to. I'm gonna drop this website in here. But yeah, you're gonna want to click on this purple contact us button down here in the bottom. You'll go to start a new conversation, and then you can select Ledger Stacks. That would be more helpful for the agent that gets it. But just select the most applicable answer, submit it. So I'll just do it real quick as like a, yep. And then Ledger Stacks is coming. Is that helpful? No, I want to cancel my Ledger Stacks order, so I'm going to hit no. And then looks like we do have agents available on live chat right now who can do it for you. So yeah, so you can pop in and talk to an agent right now on live chat who can get that canceled for you. Or if you're busy and you don't feel like talking to an agent on live chat, you can just click email and you'll get contacted by us usually within a day. We don't have a huge backlog right now, so it won't take too long. Yeah, and we'll get that canceled for you. Yeah, no biggie. Here, let me drop this in here for you. Cool. All right. Okay, cool. We got that. Looks like we have 2 more questions, and then I will call it from there. All right. So Peter Outshorn, I think I got that, but apologies if I didn't. Hi, I swapped some ETH with another ETH coin, but forgot to make AN for it. Does this mean that my ETH went back to my ETH? I'm not sure I understand. Let me see. Let me read that again. Let me try to deduce this. So if you went to go make a swap, and if the swap went through, then it would have gone through. But if anything else happened, then the ETH would go back to your available balance. Like for instance, if I were to come here, this swap tab, I choose ETH, and I go USDT, and I go max an account. Yeah, it'll go back to your account. So let's say I chose this and I wanted to make this swap, and it failed. It failed before I could even broadcast it to the network. Then it never left the account. So your ETH would still be in your account. However, if you sent the transaction and the ETH left your account, then that means that it is probably being processed. And it can sometimes take because remember, most swaps that occur in Ledger Live are from like our centralized partners, like CIC, for instance. Like they're an exchange, they perform these swaps on our behalf, and they do it by selling one asset, purchasing another, and then sending the new asset to the user. Cryptocurrencies aren't actually swapped for one another ever, like across chains in any weird gray area type of way. Like it's really quite simple. It's you sell one asset, you purchase another, and you send the new asset to the user. That's kind of how swaps are performed. So if the funds did leave your ETH account and you're still waiting, I would say after if you haven't gotten your new funds within an hour, within 5 hours or so, 5-6 hours, then I would reach out to us, and then we can reach out to the team and we can find out what the holdup is. Because sometimes they just get stuck. Most of the time, they're actually really good. Like the swaps go through without any issues, but every once in a while there'll be their system will get hung up and a swap will get stuck here and there. It's normal. But then we can reach out to them and be like, hey, give this guy his his funds, and they'll be like, oh shoot, my bad. And they can release it in most cases. So yeah. So if you haven't gotten if your ETH left your account and you haven't gotten your new coin, then reach out to us. If it's been more than 5 or 6 hours, reach out to us. I dropped the support up here. Yeah. It's just a couple comments up. Go to the support. Yep. Oh, you forgot to make an account first. I guess I would say what are you swapping for? So you're swapping ETH, but what's the other token that you're swapping for? Because if it was, for instance, like a token on the Ethereum network, then you wouldn't have to add that token to, you wouldn't have to create an account. That token will just get deposited directly into your same ETH account. However, if you're swapping for an asset on a different blockchain, such as Bitcoin, then yeah, you would have to have a Bitcoin account for that to get deposited into. But luckily in that case, you know, like it's like your crypto is probably not lost. Like we can probably reach out to the swap provider, but to be honest, I don't know if you'd even be able to swap for that. Let me see. Let me go to the swap. Let me swap for something that I don't have an account for right now. I don't have an XRP account in Ledger Live. So it would make you add an account if you didn't have the account. So I assume you're probably swapping for another token on Ethereum. If that's the case, then your token will show up right in your Ethereum account, just like one of these. You see these tokens right here? And see if you have like a show token drop-down list. See if your token's there. It just might be. But if it's not, reach out to us and we'll look into it for you. Yeah. Oh, for Ren? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably in your account. But if not, reach out to us. We'll look into it for you. Cool. Well, I think. Oh, wait, here we go. Can I trade my Nano X Plus or Nano X for stacks? No. Sorry. Unfortunately, we don't have anything in place for that right now. I am not on the marketing team. I'm not part of those decisions, so I can't speak to what may or may not be possible in the future. However, right now we do not have that option available. So yeah, I think that we actually got to the end of the questions, which is pretty cool in a reasonable time frame. Yeah, so I hope that I helped you guys. I hope like I was able to provide some assistance. I will be doing another live stream just like this. What's today? Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I did it a little early today to try to match the EU schedule as much as possible. But yeah, I'll be here at my normal time tomorrow at 4 p.m. So if you have more questions, and if I didn't get to your questions, hang on a second. Oh, yeah. Okay, handies. Yeah. I actually did skip your question. I'm saying, yeah. Will you be adding Arweave? Let's hit that real quick. Arweave. Check out Arweave real quick. I believe Arweave. Yeah, it's its own blockchain. Okay, cool. So, yep. Okay, cool. So let's go back to Ledger Live real quick. This is always my process. Check CoinGecko, see what kind of coin it is. Go to Ledger Live, see if there is. And there is a Nano app. Okay, cool. So there is an Arweave Nano app for Ledger Live. That's super interesting. That's actually new information. I didn't know that we had an Arweave app. Okay, cool. So, saying a 0. I think I just discovered a bad link as well. Let me go ahead and make a note of this. Sorry, 1 second. Arweave link here. Get that corrected. But let's real quick just go like this. Arweave wallet compatible with Ledger. Do that. Let's install this app. Get that installing. Okay. Here we go. It should link to this one, it looks like. Yep. So we just got a bad link there. 1 second. Make a note of this so I don't forget. Should link here. Okay, cool. Got it. We'll get this fixed. All right. So we need to visit the Arweave. Okay. This actually needs to be updated. I don't think the Arweave app, I don't think it requires developer mode anymore because I don't think I'm on developer mode and I just installed it. Let's see. Nope, not on developer mode. All right, cool. So yeah, this article needs some work. Let's see if we can glean some information. So yeah, here we go. So arweave.app/welcome. That's going to be the web wallet. I'm gonna go back here real quick to Ledger Live. Okay, cool. Always make sure you're not in the My Ledger tab before you try to connect to a third-party wallet, because you'll probably get errors. I don't know what's going on here with this wallet. Yeah, it doesn't look like this wallet goes anywhere. Let me see. Oh. Okay, do we just have to straight up? This is uncharted territory for me. I've never done this. All right, so yeah, it's not doing what it said it was going to do. I think that there's probably a lot of work, but this is actually really good news. This is really cool. So there is an Arweave app, and it looks like an Arweave wallet is being developed, unless there's another one that is compatible with Ledger. Let's see. Wallet docs.arweave. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. There's this arweave.app. I don't know if it's compatible with Ledger. Let's check it out real quick, though. Where are we at? Oh, it's the same thing. That's the same thing. Same thing. Okay, yeah, so I would need to dig more into this to find out kind of what's going on here. It definitely looks like there is at least a kernel of something happening here being developed, which is really cool and exciting. So yeah, I think that is probably all the information on Arweave that I have right now. I think I'm actually going to spend some time digging into this. I'm kind of curious about like what's going on with this. Let's see. All right, cool. So yeah, it looks like to answer your question, Arweave is probably most likely going to be added as long as. Wait, what's this? There's buttons down here. Sorry, I'm like still like in like. Browser extension. Ah, well, what have we here? All right. Let's check this out real quick. May as well do it with you guys while you're here. Yep. Let me connect. Yeah, at this point, I cannot recommend this wallet because it's in version alpha and it's not quite working properly, I don't think. So at this point, I don't recommend this wallet. But I'm going to continue to look into this a little bit more. Oh, I didn't even have it on it wasn't even showing you guys what I was doing. Here. Basically, I found this Chrome extension right here for this Arweave wallet. That was from this website. There are some buttons down here. And then I found these browser extensions. So I tried installing the one for Chrome, but it doesn't really seem to do anything. Yeah, I would probably, well, I mean, do whatever you want. Personally, I'm going to do a lot more research into this before I start, before I am able to actually recommend it to anybody, because I don't recommend things unless I've personally tested it myself. So yeah, I think that this is probably a good place to call it for the day. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. And I hope that you guys all learned something. I learned some stuff too, so it was a great session. But yeah, I'm gonna call it for the day. I'll see you Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you have more questions, hop in and say hi, and I'll do my best to answer them. Okay, guys, have a great rest of your week. Stay safe.